We are live at the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic, the fourth and final day, as we get ready to conclude this great tournament. The 2023 version continues with the Schaumburg Saxons getting ready to take on the Plainfield East Bengals. Chris Rouse here with my partner, Eric Willowhite. He'll join me in just a moment, but let's set the scene. The Schaumburg Saxons coming in, looking to win after a 49-35 win over Morton yesterday. Plainfield East coming in off of a 67-57 win in the battle for the East, for the right to the name East, as they beat St. Charles East, who just won in the first game of our day. Schaumburg is 9-7 on the season. Plainfield East is 6-9, and here are the starters for today's game. First, for the Schaumburg Saxons, led by head coach Jason Tucker on the court. He'll start. First, number 1 will be Joey Beck. Meanwhile, also on the court for the Saxons will be number 21, Jordan Tunis. He has been huge in this tournament. Actually, we got a correction on Joey Beck. He will not start for Schaumburg as they get the numbers right here in the building. It'll be Michael Tancredi. He will start for Schaumburg. I think they meant to put 11 instead of 1 up there on the board. Also joining him will be Zion Young, number 25 in the starting lineup. Tyler March, number 33. And then they also will have number 5, Javante McCoy, rounding out the Schaumburg starters. Saxons will be wearing their maroon uniforms with gold stripes on them at the bottom of the shorts and, of course, across the shoulders. And they're led by head coach Jason Tucker. Meanwhile, it'll be the Plainfield East Bengals in their white uniforms with orange and green trim down the sides. Also a little bit of black trim in there. The numbers and letters are green with the trim down the side being black. And their starting lineups will look like this. They have Ehai Egbomo out there to begin the game, along with Deshaun Miller, number 5. Elijah Little is out there, along with Kevin Chofa and Kobe Jordan, number 24. We're underway with the opening tip, and it's won by Plainfield East going right to left, Schaumburg going left to right here in Game 2 on the final day of the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic. Plainfield East led by Canwer Sarkaria in his second season as the coach of the Eagles. A couple of second-year coaches. Ball stolen in the middle of the floor by Schaumburg, picked up by Tancredi. Saxons on offense in the front court. Jordan Tunis has had a solid start to the tournament. He's been a fun player to watch in every game the Saxons have taken the floor. Javante McCoy, top of the key. Dribbles to the left side, goes to Tunis left corner. Tunis double teamed on the left baseline. Back up top to McCoy left wing. McCoy guarded by Little. Pass across to the right wing to March. Shot clock at 8. Tunis inside the arc, lost it to McCoy. McCoy with 3 on the shot clock, dribbles to the free throw line, shot off the glass in and out, rebounded, not by anyone quite yet, tapped around, and then run down by Plainfield East Miller. Here come the Bengals into the front court. They kick the ball right back out top to Deshaun Miller, and Miller will back up to about the 30-foot line, which is the volleyball line. Miller, three-pointer on the way, about 2 steps in front of the line, missed the 3. Rebounded by Schaumburg. That's Zion Young on the boards. Zion Young's been in foul trouble the majority of this tournament. Here's Tancredi, a 3 on the way. That's off the mark for Schaumburg. Rebounded and behind the back dribble by Miller. They push a 3-on-1. Agbomo to the basket. Offensive foul will negate the right-hand layup from the right block. Charge taken by Michael Tancredi. So Agbomo picking up the first foul there. Ehai Egbomo has been a key player for Plainfield East in this tournament. And Ehai Egbomo he's honestly possibly an all-tournament team contender as Zion Young gets to dump in from the right corner on the right block and lays it in. And Schaumburg opens the scoring at 2-0 with Zion Young getting on the board. 2-3 zone defensively for Schaumburg with Plainfield East having the ball at the left wing with Miller. Deshaun Miller pass to the right corner to Kobe Jordan. Inside to Agbomo, turnaround jumper, misses everything to the opposite side of the glass, rebounded by March for Schaumburg. Tyler March goes 6'6", a senior. Ball goes to the right corner. Here's March, right wing, 3 from the extra pass from the corner. March buries the 3. I just mentioned he's 6'6". He wears number 33. He just hit a 3. A lot of fun with numbers as March makes it 5-0 Saxons. Agbomo. Over to Little. Deshaun Miller feeds into the track, into the middle of the paint. Chofa on the low block, lays it up with the right hand from the left block. Fed it right into the trenches of that Schaumburg defense to Chofa. And he scores the first 2 of the game for the Bengals. McCoy looking for Tunis. Miller saves it over Tunis' shoulder. Deflected by Tunis to Agbomo, who straddled the timeline because he didn't cross it. Chofa was trying to kick it back out to Miller. Instead, stolen by Tunis. Tunis shook Miller. Clear path home. Left hand layup, left block for 2. 7-2 Saxons. 4:52 to go in the first. Timeout, Plainfield East. Actually, it's a 30-second timeout by Schaumburg, not Plainfield East. But it will be Plainfield East basketball on the other side of this break. If you're just joining us, this is day 4 of the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic. Game 1 of the day, St. Charles East, the Saints with a 62-44 win over the Morton Mustangs. That means St. Charles East will get out of here with a record of 1-3. Morton will unfortunately have to hold the goose egg in the 2023 HC Square tournament. Plainfield East Schaumburg is the game now, and then we will be followed with more consolation action as this day continues to roll along at 12:30. Morgan Park Mustangs, Lane Tech champions. Lane Tech is in the building. And Lane Tech, aside from their win over Morton, they've had some of the more interesting games of this tournament. 4-point losses in the 2 games that Lane Tech had where they did not come out on the winning end. And again, the old clock issue strikes again here in game 2 of the day. So had some issues with that timeout clock sometimes overriding the game clock on the main shot clock in the building, and they just fixed it back. So now 4:51 to go in the first quarter with Plainfield on offense. Plainfield East pushing up the floor here. It's the Bengals team coming in, as we mentioned, at 6-9. Schaumburg 9-7. And now the Bengals would love to get a win here and end their tournament with a victory over the Saxons. This is a pretty good suburban matchup here between Schaumburg and Plainfield East, as a floater missed in the paint by the by the Bengals, rebounded by the Saxons, and a jump ball. Tancredi had the ball. He fell to the floor with it, with Agbomo and Miller standing over him. And that led to the held ball, which will give Schaumburg the possession arrow. 4:25 to go in the first quarter, with Tunis approaching the timeline for the Saxons. Tunis, pass to March, right corner 3. 2 threes in the game already for March. Tyler March has a quick 6. 10-2 Saxons, 4-10 in the first quarter. Agbomo, right wing, dribbles out about 2 steps to his right. Back across the court to Miller. Miller to Jordan at the free throw line, who feeds Chofa to the left block. Left hand layup is good and a foul. It's a right hand layup really from the left block. He was swiped across the left hand by Zion Young, and Chofa will go to the line to complete a 3-point play. Kevin Chofa back to the stripe. And Chofa hits again, 10-5 the score. 21 in white has all 5 for Plainfield East. I know we saw that a couple of days ago. Javion Starwood for Oswego East at one point in that game. He had 16 points. And there's a nice block as McCoy goes to the basket. Has his shot blocked by Agbomo. Oswego East seems like always a bridesmaid in this tournament. Last night, losing by 15 at the hands of DePaul Prep. And as a result, it'll set up a DePaul Prep Marian Catholic championship game tonight. Inbound pass comes back to March for 3, no good. March taps it into the air to Chofa, and it's run down by Plainfield East. Chofa over to Little. They swing it back to the left wing to Miller. Deshaun Miller over to the right wing to Little, and back to the left wing to Miller. A lot of hot potato here. Chofa back over to Miller, left wing. Top of the key to Agbomo. Left wing now, Miller, 3. Finally lets it go. In for Deshaun Miller. 10-8, our score. First basket from anyone other than Kevin Chofa for Plainfield East in this game. Tunis on the drive. Over to March, right corner. Drive to the basket. Right-hand layup is good. Tyler March has 8. It's 12-8 in favor of Schaumburg.
Hello, Chris.
Eric Willowhite joining me here on the call. Tyler March on fire here, Eric.
Yeah, that was a nice basket on the baseline there.
Chofa turnaround jumper short. Rebounded by McCoy for the Saxons. He was looking for Young, led him too far, and that'll lead to the ball going to Plainfield East. 12-8 our score, 2:43 to go in the first quarter. Kobe Jordan going to the bench for the first time for Plainfield East. He'll be replaced by Paris Houston, number 10. And he does not spell Houston how you think. He spells it hue as in color and then stud. Down low to Cho for right-hand layup. No good.
I would not have thought that, Chris.
That's what we're here for.
That's right.
Here's Schaumburg in the front court. Tunis right corner three. We're also here to tell you that he can knock those down.
Yeah, he did. He was wide open in that near corner, and he did not miss. 15-8. Schaumburg.
2:14 to go in the half. Chofa over to Ogbomo, right wing. Or actually, excuse me, that's Little. Now Ogbomo, top of the key. I got excited. Here's Chofa. Right baseline jumper, missed everything over the rim. Rebounded by March. Up to Tunis. March has 8. Tunis has 5. Schaumburg as a whole has 15. Zion Young has the other 2 if you're curious. March. Back over to Tunis. Tunis trying to get on March's scoring level, but instead he fakes the 3 and goes to March right wing. McCoy left wing. Back to the left quarter to Tancredi. Back to McCoy with 1:42 on the first, 13 on the shot clock. McCoy, nice strong drive to his right, but he stops at the right wing. Shot clock at 7. McCoy to March right corner at 5 on the shot clock. Ball knocked out of bounds with 1:32 to go, 4 on the shot clock.
That's a very patient offense there by the Saxons. It looked like they had a couple chances to hoist it up, but they didn't feel comfortable in the look, so they continued to work it around the perimeter.
Kwaku Nkansa in for the first time, number 14 for Plainfield East. Ball comes into McCoy. McCoy, free throw line jumper off the heel of the rim, rebounded by Ogbomo for Plainfield East. Ogbomo into the front court, down to the left block, left-hand layup, good for 2. Nice move by Ogbomo, his first 2. Ihai Ogbomo with his first 2 of the game, and he's been one of the leaders for Plainfield East throughout the tournament. He's now guarding McCoy, top of the key for Schaumburg. March right wing. Hands it off to Tunis, who now takes March's spot. Guarded by Aaron King, number 4 for Plainfield East, who came into that last stoppage. McCoy, down low to Young, left block. Young, nice no-look pass to McCoy, blocked away inside by Paris Houston.
That's a nice block by Houston. He saw that one coming all the way and denied.
Back up top right wing for Plainfield East. Ogbomo down to the block. Left-hand layup, and he's fouled. I mean, you could pick one here. Young was swiping. March swiped down. 2-5 or 3-3. They'll go 2-5 on Young.
Yep.
And that has been a consistent issue with Zion Young in this tournament. Foul trouble. His size has been negated by his discipline or lack thereof in this tournament. And Ogbomo misses the first. So Young will he'll get a breather on that one. He'll go to the bench with Cam Anderson, number 23, coming in. James Sjogren, number 22, coming in. Will replace Javante McCoy for the Schaumburg Saxons.
Yeah, I think Coach Tucker for Schaumburg just unhappy that Young finds himself with 2 fouls already here in the first quarter.
Free throw good for Ogbomo, and he'll go to the bench for the first time, replaced by Ian Smith. I had a chance to talk with Jason Tucker prior to the tournament. He said he used to be an assistant coach for one of the teams that used to play in this tournament, or for Stevenson.
Okay.
And now he's a head coach at Schaumburg. When he had the opportunity, he jumped at joining this HCHC Classic.
Yeah, right. I don't know if we've had a mid-suburban league team in the tournament, so it's nice to see that. That's my home conference.
Yeah, I like to see the expansion of the usage of conferences in this tournament. Here's Tunis to the basket, makes it 17-11.
Good determination by Tunis to get into the paint. He laid that one up nicely.
Tunis now with 7 in the ball game. Schaumburg's lead is 6. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Elijah Little pounding a dribble to his waist, shoots the 3, top of the key off the front of the rim, rebounded inside by March. We got a tie-up with .4. They're going to probably put .4. They're going to wave it off. I think due to the held ball, they'll wave it off, and whoever got the held ball will start the quarter with possession. So it's 17-11 Schaumburg after 1. Second quarter action when we return here on SportsTownChicago.com.
Our everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
The 2023 Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic concludes on SportsTownChicago.com today with the championship game. But right now, it's Plainfield East taking on Schaumburg. Second quarter action underway with Plainfield East going right to left into the front court, led by Elijah Little against the 2-3 zone of Schaumburg. Little, right wing pass. Now the ball to the left wing to Chofa for Plainfield East. Ball goes to the right corner. Three on the way is in for Ian Smith.
It's a good start here for Plainfield East for the second quarter. Dig into that 6-point deficit they had to start the second quarter.
Great first touch for Ian Smith. He got points out of it, cutting the lead to 3 for Schaumburg. Tunis trying to get that lead to 6, but unable to do so. Ball knocked away.
He was wide open.
And we got a scrum. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Schaumburg. Definitely tournament atmosphere, the way those players were hustling for the ball.
Yeah. You like to see that. You like to see that.
Especially the final day of the tournament. Two teams who haven't been that successful in the previous 3 days. That's why they're in the consolation bracket. Here's Tunis. Feeds it down low. Back out to Tunis, right wing. Tunis now on the drive, down to the right block. Stopped on the dime, kicked it back out. Cam Anderson thought about the right three. Shoots it off the right of the rim. You can hear Coach Tucker saying, shoot that after he hesitated. Here comes Elijah Little, right-hand layup in traffic for 2.
Man, he got down in transition in a hurry, did Little, converting to points, and now Plainfield East only down 1.
March got the inbound pass and back to Tunis, who didn't make it over the timeline yet. They finally get it to Tancredi, who's across the timeline. Left side of the floor goes to Anderson, left corner. Anderson stops on the dime, tried to feed Tunis in the paint. Ball deflected away, should stay with Schaumburg. And actually, no, to go to Plainfield East. Anderson never touched it.
I didn't think he touched it either.
But so I'm thinking when he fed it in, Tunis maybe touched it. But that was bang, bang. You could have called that off Tunis or Chofa. The officials say Tunis hit it last. 6:31 to go in the half. Plainfield East with Agbomo on the left elbow right now. Now he redirects beyond the arc. Swings it around to King on the right wing. Aaron King finding Kobe Jordan, who's back in after the stoppage. King, Agbomo left corner, down to the left block. Back out to King, who lost the dribble off his left hand. And now he feeds it over to Chofa. Hot potato between Chofa and King is now King dribbles to the right side where Chofa was standing. To Agbomo, who took King's spot. Free throw line jumper from Agbomo off the left of the rim, rebounded by March for Schaumburg.
Good job defensively there by Sjogren to get a hand in the face of the shooter. Now he gets it back on the baseline, but his pass a little too strong, Chris.
And Coach Tucker immediately going to get Javante McCoy in. You do not need the alley-oop there. Just need the simple pass. And that's what Coach Tucker said to him. What are you doing? Just make the simple pass there.
Especially since he did the work on the other side defensively.
And I think that's what Coach was saying. He gave him a high five as he said, what are you doing? He's like, you did the right thing to get down there.
Right.
But once you got there, that's where you kind of lost your mind. It's not here. His Chofa goes down to Jordan for the right-hand layup. Banks it off the glass for 2.
What a pass there inside by Shofa, however. Just with authority, just one bounce in there.
Tunis over to March. Back up top to Tunis. Dribbling around the 30-foot line. Now he dribbles closer to the arc. Now he hands it off to March. March over to Anderson, who's about 2 feet off the 30-foot line, which means about 3 foot off the three-point line. Here's March. Left wing 3 on the way. Unable to get that one to fall. That's knocked out of bounds. McCoy hit it into the air. Miller got a piece of it as well, and it'll go to Schaumburg.
Yeah, they're saying Miller touched it last.
I don't know. I feel like they've got both of those out of bounds calls wrong. I thought McCoy hit that one last, but
well, now they evened up. So
that's right. 50. They got it right by evening it out. Here's Tunis, left wing 3, no good, or rebounded by Chofa.
He's been wide open on his 3 attempts.
Agbomo, he's wide open. Won't get more wide open than that, but he couldn't make him pay for it. Chofa back to Agbomo. Nice feed down low to Jordan, right-hand layup off the dish.
That was good work there by Plainfield East, especially Shofa skying up for that rebound. kicking it off, and then they're able to convert in the paint, 3-point lead for Plainfield East.
Great job by Agbomo as well. He got that ball top of the key, drove right into the teeth of the Schaumburg defense, and once he got there, nice find to Kobe Jordan for the right-hand finish. Championship Saturday concludes at 8:30 p.m. here on SportsTownChicago.com. We've been here for all 26 games thus far, so why would we miss out on the last 8 of the day?
Heck no.
Right, why would we miss out on these last 6 that we still have to do? And it'll conclude with DePaul Prep versus Marion Catholic, Oswego East versus Brother Rice in the third-place game, as Brother Rice got their first loss of the season yesterday at the hands of Marion Catholic.
Yeah, and you mentioned it before, as Oswego East always running into be the bridesmaid
Right.
in this tournament. That's tough, but
Man.
that's also a mark of a good program too. Is if you're always in that third-place game, you just want to make it to the championship, though.
Yeah, Ryan Velasquez's team actually ended their championship game streak. This would have been their third straight trip to the championship game, but the unbeaten defending 2A state champions, DePaul Prep, they're going instead, and they'll take on Marion Catholic, who for the third straight year will meet a team that has been undefeated in this tournament.
Hey, I guess if you're going to do it.
Right. So, or maybe I might be mixing that up. Not the third straight year. The third time in 3 years we'll meet a team that's undefeated. They faced Oswego East a couple years ago, and then, of course, Brother Rice last night, and then DePaul tonight. Here's McCoy, who's approaching the timeline, guarded by Agbomo. Here's McCoy, feeding March. Over to Young. Tunis left wing, up top to Tancredi. Top of the key, now he goes around a closing out defender. Pass to the left corner to March, who goes back to Tunis left wing. Tunis stops at the left elbow, back to March left corner. March to the basket, went airborne like he would reverse it, kicked it out to Tancredi, right corner 3, rebounded by Miller for Plainfield East instead. Great ball movement, no payoff.
Plainfield East in the middle of a 9-0 run right now.
Agbomo misses. Run down by Plainfield East. Chofa for 3, no good. Kobe Jordan snares the rebound, but couldn't finish the lay-in. Ball loose on the floor. Agbomo fell on it. Tunis came up with it. We'll get a held ball, and it will favor the right team because Tunis had it first on the floor.
Man, the white jerseys are just surrounding the ball. They are relentless.
Plainfield East will also go to the bench here as Paris Houston will come out of the ball game. Actually, they'll go to their starting 5. It'll be Agbomo, Little, Miller, Chofa, and Jordan, the 5 for Plainfield East, going against March, Young, Tunis, McCoy, and Tancredi for Schaumburg. Inbound pass to McCoy is going to result in a foul on Agbomo as he pushed him in the back along that right corner on Plainfield East offensive side of the floor. 4:02 to go in the half. 20-17 Schaumburg, trailing by 3 at the hands of Plainfield East. But they have the ball with Tunis in the front court. March, top of the key, holding. Pass to McCoy, left corner, down low to Young. Zion Young, nice turn, banks it off the glass for 2.
That's what they missed when he was out in that first quarter due to foul trouble. You miss his presence in the paint. He immediately is able to make an impact there, ending that 9-0 run for Plainfield East.
6'7" junior who has throughout the tournament has struggled due to foul trouble and also shot 1 of 8 from the field in their game in their win yesterday against Morton. Agbomo feeds to Chofa. Nice touch pass to Kobe Jordan, who wasn't in the right spot. Instead, he'll run to the left block for the lay-in. Reverse layup. Kobe Jordan with 4 in the game. McCoy at the 30-foot line. Pass to Tunis, who's at the left side, but on the 30-foot line as well. March, left corner 3. Still has not hit his third 3 of the game just yet. Miller over to Chofa. Nice run in stride to the basket. Couldn't finish the left reverse layup. Rebounded by Young. Tunis lead pass to Tancredi. Clear path home!
Oh, wow.
Until Agbomo blocked it off the glass.
What a block there by Agbomo. I'm telling you, they are getting up and down the court in a hurry.
Eric Tancredi caught that ball off the bounce. I thought he had time to just lay it up. But once he got into his motion, Agbomo in the air covered about maybe 4 feet of space just to block it off the bottom of the glass. He also fouled him.
They
And now
gave him the foul.
right now, Tancredi will go to the line.
And that's his third.
And he hits the first.
So he's going to come out of the game now. That's something to think about here. He's already got 3 fouls here. We're still 2:48 left in the second quarter.
And the coaching staff for Plainfield East, they're looking at him like, we need you in this game.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to likely sit out the final 2:48 of this first half. And Tancredi makes it 22-21 Plainfield East. So even with Agbomo struggling offensively and in foul trouble, Plainfield East has the lead, but by the slimmest of margins. Miller, right wing, inside the arc, now redirects for a right corner three on the way, off the rim, rebounded by McCoy. It's a 2-on-1 if he pushes to Tunis. Instead, he takes it himself. Right hand layup and a foul. He missed it, but the foul is proper as Chofa reached around and caught him on the hip.
Good drive, end-to-end drive there by McCoy.
That was a great run by McCoy off the rebound. He immediately pushed the ball up the floor. And now McCoy will try to tie the game on the first one and take the lead on the second. And he does the first one. Javonte McCoy, 3 points in the game thus far. We're tied at 22. And he gets 4 to give Schaumburg a 1-point lead, 23-22.
See what happens when people make free throws, Chris?
Man. Huge helper for Schaumburg.
Yeah.
And this is a Schaumburg team. I think they understand the importance of free throws. Remember in the first quarter on Wednesday, they were outscored 17-1. So that one was their only friend. And there's a missed 3 for Plainfield East.
That was a deep 3 there.
Here's McCoy over to Tunis. I think Schaumburg has given us a number of different looks after getting hit in the mouth in that first quarter on Wednesday against Hinsdale Central. Here's McCoy to the basket. Reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by Elijah Little for Plainfield East. McCoy sneaks back in, gets the steal, and feeds Tunis. What a play by McCoy. Tunis, right baseline jumper, air ball. March with the rebound, blocked by Chofa. Foul likely going to be Jordan on the floor.
Good defensive effort there by the Saxons. And Tunis able to avoid the jump ball, too, after making the steal and then getting it out to Chofa.
That was just a heady play by Tunis to look to first off, to have a presence of mind to know to look backcourt to find a teammate over the timeline and not turn it over as March hits the first. 24-22. Saxons looking to extend that lead to 3. And number 33 does that for Schaumburg. Timeout, Plainfield East. It will be a 30. We still got about 104. Well, we've got 104 seconds until halftime. And Plainfield East, they were in control of this game early on, Eric, but as of late, Schaumburg, they found all the momentum and they found all the rhythm.
Well, so Schaumburg had a 17-11 lead. Plainfield East went on a 9-0 run. And now Schaumburg's come back and answered with an 8-2 run of their own. So this back and forth nature of this game, I think it's shaping up to be in a really exciting second half.
You know what they say, basketball is a game of runs, and I think we've seen that all week long here at this tournament. Just the way Schaumburg, earlier in this tournament, we talked about how Schaumburg, they had a loss against Lincoln Way Central. That was one of the games. They were up 9 in the third quarter, and it was a Lincoln Way Central fourth quarter run, which helped them take the win from the Saxons.
Yeah, so it's just like basketball has always been a game like that, especially when you get teams who are matched, fairly even competitively. Yeah. You're going to see runs like that. And so good on Schaumburg for not flinching after going cold like that. And we've also seen that Plainfield East can come back from a deficit too. So, both of these teams can do it. It's just who's going to be more consistent with it. Plainfield
East down 3, and Agbomo is back in here to complete the first half. He gets it over to Jordan. Jordan to Little. Back to Agbomo right wing. Over to Jordan right corner. That ball deflected about 6 rows up into the seats by Javonte McCoy.
You imagine they've given him some instructions on the defensive end to not get into anything careless.
And honestly, Eric, I wouldn't be surprised they have him switch and guard Tancredi here as opposed to guarding Tunis because Tancredi's guarding Agbomo. Here's Jordan. Traveled before he got rid of the ball to Agbomo. Turns it over.
Well, they are going to switch on the defensive end, so you are going to see Deshaun Miller come back in for Agbomo.
I think the turnover may have done Plainfield East a favor there. It allowed them to at least think about it and get Miller in there.
Yep.
Dubious favor there with the Tunis now here.
It's a good way of putting it.
Right, here's McCoy over to Tunis. Gets it over to McCoy, back from Tunis. McCoy actually sort of double teams lightly. You have about 3 feet of space with 2 guys on him. Back to McCoy, left wing. It's a 1-3-1 zone for Plainfield East, which creates double teams on the wings. McCoy to March left corner. He's doubled. Kicks out to Tancredi right wing. Over to Tunis right corner. Great ball movement on the skip pass. Tunis missed. Right to March on the other side of the floor, who missed the turnaround layup. Rebounded by Jordan, and Plainfield East escapes unscathed.
Good defensive effort there by Plainfield East to ward off the Saxons' offensive attempt. See if they can carve into their three-point deficit.
Little and Miller with a game of hot potato. Now Miller goes to the right corner to Jordan. His Chofa at the right elbow. He takes a step in for a right-hand jumper. Good for Kevin Chofa. He's got 9. 25-24.
Good quick answer there for the Bengals.
18 seconds to go as Tunis is across the timeline. He's standing about 35 feet. He dribbles towards the volleyball line. He's got a screen left. He finally used the screen from Anderson as he tries to elude Paris Houston. Tunis to the left elbow. Pass to the left corner. Goes to March. 3 on the way. Off the rim. And that should end the half, and it will, with the Saxons. The Schaumburg Saxons leading the Plainfield East Bengals 25-24 here on SportsTownChicago.com. We'll be back with second half action here of Game 2 on the final day of the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic after this.
You ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say 4-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports. Longtime fans, sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say 4-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports. Longtime fans, sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say 4-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports. Longtime fans, sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even buy air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports. Longtime fans, sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports. Longtime fans, sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports. Longtime fans, sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
This is your home for sports. Longtime fans, sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. So It meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
The Plainfield East Bengals and the Schaumburg Saxons are back on the floor for second half action, getting ready to tip off in just under a minute. Here with my partner, Eric Willowhite, I'm Chris Rouse. It's 25-24 Schaumburg as we get ready to go into second half action. Eric, what stood out to you in that first half from both teams?
I think we kind of talked about it at the tail end of that first half. It's just the game of runs.
Yeah.
Schaumburg was out. They had the 6-point lead, and then Plainfield East was able to respond, go on that 9-0 run, and then Schaumburg answered with an 8-2 run themselves. So coming up, halftime, it's only a 1-point game. A lot of excitement there. The foul trouble, though, for Agbomo, I think, looms large, given the style of play that he has. Already have 3 fouls as he enters the second half.
For Schaumburg, I thought they got a great start out of March, but Tyler March was a little bit quiet in that second quarter. He had a number of wide open looks, just couldn't get him to fall.
Yeah, just couldn't connect there. For Schaumburg's case, you hope he's able to get through that here as we get into the second half. They're going to need some of that offensive effort.
So now the teams will switch sides, which means Plainfield East will be going left to right, our perspective in their white uniforms. Schaumburg will be going right to left. Plainfield East left to right, Schaumburg right to left in their maroon uniforms. It'll be Miller in Agbomo to start the second half, as Plainfield East will be in control of the ball. So clearly they have possession of the possession arrow following that held ball to end the half as time expired. So Little misses the 3. Rebounded by Kobe Jordan one-handed, and he's fouled down low.
And I think that's Young. I think.
Let's see.
Oh, no. Okay.
Ooh, close. He was there, and it beat Javante McCoy. And that would have been more foul trouble for Zion Young, who's been in foul trouble the entire tournament. I feel like he starts the game with 2 fouls. As now here's Kobe Jordan at the stripe. Ball in the air. It's good for Kobe Jordan. Wearing at number 24. We're talking about guys who start the game with 2 fouls. I think Kobe Jordan bears a bit of a resemblance to Dylan Brooks, a guy who used to have 2 fouls all the time in Memphis. Of course, he doesn't wear 24 anymore now with the Rockets. He wears 9 now. As now it's Tancredi. Tancredi with the rebound. Javante McCoy. Kobe Jordan certainly has that Dylan Brooks body type. I can see him if he drove downhill a little bit more. Here's Jordan Tunis.
Yeah, I like that comp.
Here's Javante McCoy. Over to Tunis right wing. Back over to McCoy left wing. A lot of hot potato with the wings in this ball game. Here's McCoy in the Tunis. We got some progress. He got him at the elbow this time. Tunis to McCoy. All back to the wing. 3 on the way from McCoy. No good. Rebounded here by Agbomo. 2 fouls in all. Here is Kobe Jordan. Hey, there's a Dylan Brooks type move, but that floater is well short of the basket, out of bounds.
It was a nice move to get there. He just wasn't able to execute.
And the downhill drive was all there for him. He just let that floater well short. It's almost like he could hear us while he was shooting that free throw.
I'll blame that on you, Chris.
Now here's Schaumburg on offense. Tunis will hold it here at the 30-foot line. He used a high screen from Young. Down low to March. March lost the ball on the spin to the basket, so he had to pass to Tancredi right corner from the left block. Here's a left wing 3 from McCoy as the Schaumburg Saxons went around the horn. No 3, no foul neither as Kobe Jordan got hit in the face down low. Here's Deshaun Miller into the front court for Plainfield East.
Yeah, Coach Sarkaria was looking for a foul there.
Agbomo. Screen left from Chofa. Agbomo. Cross actually called for a palm. Wow, I thought he was going to get a reach in on McCoy.
Wow.
Instead, he palmed it and it'll turn it over. It's an interesting switch there. That's an interesting turn of events. I thought we were going to see Plainfield East set up for an inbound.
A very sluggish start to this second half here.
Tunis to Young. He lets it fly from 3. Cashed it in. Woo! Zion Young from downtown.
Big man says, I don't need to be in the paint to score.
6'7". He had a bank off the glass earlier. There's a long distance 3 from Zion Young. Feeds it over the right corner. to the Plainfield East Bengals. Here's another three left wing from Miller off the heel of the rim. Ogboma over about 3 players to tap it to Jordan, who scores the lay-in with the left hand.
Jordan has been so noticeable, Kobe Jordan, in this second half to start. Even when he's not executing, he's making the plays.
28-27 Schaumburg. Jordan now with 6 in the game. March over to Tunis. Here's Tancredi. Tancredi to McCoy. He's trapped in the corner with Plainfield. He should double him. Instead, he feeds Tunis, who got hit in the face. The foul is on the floor as he got hit by Kobe Jordan, who was trying to steal the ball over Tunis' head, and his arm caught him in the side of the face. Tunis is a tough kid. He played through that smack to the face and almost got a 2.
Yeah, that ball was trapped in the corner, too.
Inbound pass to Young, who missed the layup. It was as simple as give it in to him, and he missed the layup. Catch it, turn, but no result.
And he had his hands to his face like he knew he missed it. He couldn't believe it.
Chofa right wing, over to the left wing to Little. Little to Miller to right wing, the same spot Chofa was at previously. Chofa top of the key now, 3 off the rim. Ogboma flying in, gets the board, got it blocked by March. Young couldn't handle it. Now Little will take an elbow jumper off the rim, rebounded by McCoy for Schaumburg in the middle of the paint.
Again, those white jerseys are all over the place.
5 minutes to go in the third. Here's Tunis. Right wing to Tancredi in the corner. Looking for Young, doubled again. And the ball poked away from behind by Miller. Great hands by Deshaun Miller, now pushing the break. It's a 3-on-2. Little, right hand layup, left block, good for 2. And Plainfield East extends the lead.
Good transition point there for Plainfield. And the Bengals now out in front.
Jordan Tunis, right wing, 3 on the way to regain that lead. Unable to do so. Ball right back to him to McCoy, left wing. March on the left baseline, poked away by Chofa and snatched up by Chofa.
March a little careless with that ball there.
Here's Ogboma. Ogboma on the drive. Pass to Kobe Jordan. Instead hits McCoy right in the hands, and that's actually a smart foul by Miller as he stops a 2-on-1 from Schaumburg. It would have been McCoy and Tunis against Chofa. Kevin Chofa's a good player, but I didn't like his odds there as Miller takes the foul.
Yeah, 2-on-1's a little level of difficulty a little high.
James Sjogren in for Schaumburg, number 22. He'll replace Tancredi. So Michael Tancredi on the sideline with Tunis running the offense. High screen from Young. March to Tunis right wing.
Oh.
And a foul as Kobe Jordan levels McCoy.
Wow.
That's a clear foul as he tried to run through the screen from McCoy. And that'll be 3 on Kobe Jordan.
Yeah, so now you got 2 players sitting with 3 fouls there.
They're a huge 2 players with 3 fouls. Kobe Jordan has 8. And Ogboma has been the Mr. Everything for Plainfield East throughout this tournament. Only 3 in the game, though. McCoy back to Tunis. Tunis is about a foot behind the 30-foot line. And now here's McCoy. They feed Tunis, who wrapped around the court to the corner. He hit Sjogren, who goes to Young. Young, who had Chofa on him, could have backed him down. Instead, he fed McCoy and got the ball stolen away. Chofa to Little. Right wing now is Miller. Back up top to Little. Left wing Ogboma. Into the paint to Chofa, who finds right elbow to Little. Nice dipsy-do layup off the glass for 2.
We're going to get an immediate timeout there called by Schaumburg, as now Plainfield East has moved out to a 3-point lead, Chris. Coach Tucker not happy with what he's seen. He's going to take a full timeout here.
It's 31-28. The Saxons are down 3, but honestly, Eric, I don't think I've seen Tucker any more mad in this game than that play where Zion Young had a post up and he tried to feed McCoy and it turned into the result in the turnover.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just he's not getting what he's wanting out of his offense right now. But again, what is that offense? What are they looking to accomplish while they're out on the court?
Zion Young goes 6'7". Kevin Chofa goes 6'3". I think he wanted the big man to post him up there.
Yeah.
Even though we have seen Zion Young be effective from the perimeter already in this half. He hit that top of the key 3. He's got 7 in the game.
Yeah, he's got a nice touch for a big man. He's more comfortable there right now. It's like he had that easy layup that he missed too, and he couldn't believe it. He's right there. You got to be able to convert on those, especially with his size, get an uncontested shot like that.
One thing I have noticed just throughout my career as a broadcaster, through the levels of basketball, younger players aren't really comfortable with the physicality in the post. I know he might be bigger than a lot of guys, but you can see Zion Young, sometimes he gets that ball. He's a little uncomfortable anticipating contact down low.
Yeah, that's a good observation. Just because you have the size doesn't mean
you like people hitting
that
you.
Style of play. Yeah.
You necessarily like, just because you're big doesn't mean you like other big people hitting you as well.
Yeah.
As now here's Schaumburg back on offense.
There's less of that behind the arc.
Exactly. And you saw how comfortable he was with the Cash Money 3.
Yes.
So McCoy, left wing, over to Tunis. Thought he was going to pull that one from Jake Greenspan range. He saw him shoot from 30 earlier.
Oh, wow.
Here's Tunis, free throw line. Over to Sjogren, 3 left corner. That missed everything. Right into the hands of Little for Plainfield East. Elijah Little to Chofa and back to Miller at the 30-foot line, but on the right side of the floor. About 3 feet of space between Miller and his defender. Same with Ogboma now, who's got the bar guarded by Tunis. He now drives on Tunis. Hesitation dribble to lose him. Ogboma down on the left block, laid it up with the right hand, couldn't get it. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Miller, who's been open for a few seconds. Now to Jordan on the right block. He spun and lost it to Tunis of Schaumburg. Tunis got across the timeline, had it poked away, and the ball goes out of bounds to Schaumburg.
Bengals had a couple cracks at it in the paint there, Chris. They just weren't able to convert. I like what Ogboma was doing, and he almost got that initial shot off.
Tunis to McCoy, unguarded corner 3. The Plainfield East bench was yelling, who's got 5? Answer is no one as he hits 3. Tied at 31. Very entertaining, highly intense, low-scoring game. Chofa off the rim. Zion Young with the board. At halftime, I thought we were going to be looking at a 62-60 final, but 31-31 in the third. Here's McCoy. Over to Tunis. Left corner 3. Left it long, but he got part of the rim. Rebounded by Miller. Miller leads a 3-on-3 for Plainfield East. Ogboma to the basket. Left-hand layup is long. McCoy couldn't handle it. March tapped it in bounds. Ogboma was back in bounds when he recovered the loose ball and drew a foul.
That is a missed opportunity for the Saxons, and a great job by Plainfield of staying with that ball. They had no rights having that ball there, and obviously Coach Hooker's very unhappy that turn of events.
Ogboma's free throw in the air, front rim, back rim, and in. Coach Tucker for Schaumburg, I don't know if you heard him, but he yelled, grab the ball at his team. He had about 2 or 3 guys slap it and wants guys to grab it with 2 hands.
Good advice.
Ogboma makes it 32-31, and that's where it'll stay as he missed the free throw.
No.
He missed the free throw, and then there was a lane violation against Plainfield East. So
on top of it, right.
So erase that point seriously off the board. As now Tunis gets it in to Sjogren. McCoy. Minute 36 to go in the third quarter. Sjogren, left corner, guarded by Houston. Up top to March, left elbow. March had it poked away from behind by Ogboma, but it goes to Young. Young, right-hand layup, no good in traffic. Again, too much contact. We got a scrum for the ball. 3 players down, 2 for Schaumburg, 1 for Plainfield East. Paris Houston is the one for East, and he's fouled by Sjogren.
There was a lot going on that play.
So Sjogren sort of undercut Houston as he went for the loose ball, so that's why he got the foul. Javante McCoy was in there as well as he collided with the other 2 players.
Both teams sitting with 3 team fouls, but there's only a minute 17 remaining in the quarter.
Little right corner 3 in front of his own bench, no good. Run down by Ogboma in the other corner across the court. And a holding foul. It'll be a sideline inbound for Plainfield East after Tunis gets called for the foul. Tunis 7 points in the game. That's his second foul. The leading scorer to this point of the game is Tyler March, still at 10 points. He had 2 threes in the first half, and he didn't score again. From beyond the arc, that is. Ogboma to the basket. Missed the lay-in. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Schaumburg.
It's a couple times in this quarter where Ogboma's been in close. He's just hasn't been able to execute and complete the layup.
Ian Smith, number 12, back in for Plainfield East for Ogboma. Also, Kobe Jordan's coming out as well for Aaron King. So they're going to rest their big 2 players are Plainfield East. And also they're going to get Miller out of here as well. And a few subs for Schaumburg is Anderson and Tancredi came back in. March and Sjogren to the bench. McCoy over to Tancredi. Tancredi finding McCoy in that right corner. Now here's where Plainfield East has had a few opportunities to double. Ball comes out. Tunis left wing 3. Got it to go. 10 for Tunis. 2-point lead for Schaumburg.
They attempted the double in that far corner, but they were quick. Schaumburg was quickly able to get out of that, Chris. And Tunis with that nice near side 3.
1 second differential game in shot clock is literally 1 second. 21-20. 21 on the shot on the game, 20 on the shot. They're just holding all the Plainfield East Bengals as Elijah Little is about at the midpoint between the timeline and the volleyball line. So it's about a 5 feet of space there. Here's Elijah Little. He's double team top of the key. He gives it up to Houston, top of the key. 3! He shot that one from Houston. Paris Houston knocks it down, makes it 35-34. Paris Houston shot it from the right way to spell Houston, knocks it down for 3.
If you're going to end a quarter, that's how you do it, with a deep 3. Nicely done there by Plainfield.
First 3 points of the game from Houston come at a timely moment. We'll take a timely break and get you ready for fourth quarter action after this on SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Heck, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Hey, I'm Andy Griggs, asking you to help prevent domestic violence. Domestic violence isn't a woman's issue. It hurts all of us. Women are injured and killed every day by their husbands and boyfriends. So it's time for men to take action right now to teach boys that violence against women is wrong, to help prevent abuse before it starts. Call the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1-800-END-ABUSE to get a free Take Action kit containing tips on what to say to boys. That's 1-800-END-ABUSE. Teach her.
Fourth quarter action getting ready to begin here at the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic. He's Eric Willowite. I'm Chris Rouse, and Eric, 35-34 Plainfield with a 1-point lead as we start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting finish because neither team's really been able to get much distance. The 6-point lead was the biggest lead we saw from either team. It's only a 1-point lead right now.
McCoy to Cam Anderson in the paint, had a shot blocked by Chofa. Coach Tucker for Schaumburg wanted a foul. He didn't get it. It's a 3-on-1, and Schaumburg able to get back defensively. Great job retreating. Smith to Little. About 30 feet from the basket. Little over to Smith in that far corner. Offensive reset for Plainfield East. Top of the key 3, Little missed everything. Smith right under the rim. He missed as well, however. Anderson comes up with the loose ball for Schaumburg. Into the front court. McCoy to Anderson, left wing, down low to Young. He had his man sealed. Easy layup and a foul on Elijah Little, who could do nothing but hug Zion Young.
He was wide open in the paint there. Cam Anderson saw him right away, fed it in, dish, basket, and one.
Schaumburg able to gain the lead at 36-35. Zion Young would love to give them some breathing room. He's got 9 in the game. And also Kobe Jordan going to return now for Plainfield. He's replacing Elijah Little.
It was only the first foul for Ian Smith.
And Young makes the free throw. He's got 10. He's the third Schaumburg player with 10. He, Tunis, and March all have 10 at the moment. And that's funny because as a team, they only have 37. So, so here's Plainfield East. Agboma over to Jordan. Agboma. Jordan again. Houston, the hero of that third quarter for Plainfield East. Jordan and Houston, I mean, the passing is literally all 2 feet apart. Back over to Miller, left corner 3 over Anderson. Off the front of the rim, it looked good out of the hand. Run down by McCoy at the volleyball line on Plainfield East's offensive side of the court.
Good job maintaining possession. There was a lot of hands whacking at him to take that away from McCoy.
Tancredi, left wing. McCoy, right wing. Bounce pass that time. Now bounce pass back to Tunis. McCoy over to Tancredi. Right corner 3. Off the rim. Tapped out by Jordan right into the hands of Miller for Plainfield East. And here come the Bengals. Agboma to Miller. on the far corner. Fouled by Tancredi. And once again, another good foul because he left open Houston for 3. First against Michael Tancredi. Meanwhile, Tyler March will come back in. The 6'6 senior will replace Cam Anderson, the 6'5 sophomore.
Saxons are going to need to get a little bit something more from March here. He's just kind of been, after that first quarter, he just hasn't really had much of an impact.
Bodies go down. Typically the 2 number 5s, McCoy and Miller, they tripped over each other as Boma shot over both of them. Rebounded by Schaumburg. It's also worth mentioning Schaumburg has been without Clark Easley this entire tournament. He was the kid I talked about that got hit in the face on day 1 and just hasn't been back on the court. And now a foul as they try to feed March. And it was stolen away by Kevin Chofa.
March gets the foul.
Schaumburg foul number 33, March is first.
First foul against March. Elijah Little back into the game for Houston. While Houston does provide a quality shot, Little provides more of an all-around game for Plainfield East, his ability to drive, shoot, and defend. Also a little bit bigger than Houston, going that he's 6'3 and Houston 6'2.
A little conference there on the floor trying to do some maintenance. Towels coming from everywhere. Throw in the towel, Mick.
We got Coach Tucker, one of his assistants, Kobe Jordan, Kevin Chofa, one official. We got
I'm going down there to
Deshaun
help.
Miller's out there. Now I see Elijah Little joining in. We've got the world-class cleaning crew out here on the court.
That's right.
For this game. And hey, teamwork makes the dream work. What an effort from all 7 parties involved there cleaning that floor. Even Coach Tucker having a laugh about it. I didn't come here to clean floors. I came to coach.
Hey, you want your players safe on both sides.
I mean, here's Miller, Deshaun Miller. Remember, he was in on that cleanup crew. Resets
right.
it. Here's Ugboma.
Is he going to assist for that?
He should. Here's Ugboma. A no-look feed. He probably should have looked because he fed it right to Zion Young, who, if you're not familiar, plays for the other team.
Yes.
McCoy.
Different color jersey.
McCoy over to Tancredi. He's got Tunis open. He finally feeds him left angle. 3 on the way. No good. Rebounded by March, who's 6'6", so that's an easy board. He tries to get it again, had it stripped, and it goes out of bounds. We'll stay with Schaumburg. Saxons have the height, but Plainfield East, they have the tenacity, hands galore for those loose balls.
That really is it, because that should have been an easy basket for March, just wasn't able to convert.
And then March trying to feed Young on the entry pass, and a holding foul, which is his own Kobe Jordan, is his 4th, and that is the 4th on Kobe Jordan.
Wow.
The Lane Tech champions walking into the building. They'll be up next. But right now, Tancredi running down a loose ball. Here's March over to Tunis. Left corner 3. Cash it in. Jordan Tunis. 40-35 Schaumburg. 4:45 to go in the game. Tunis now with 13, a game high. Little to Deshaun Miller. And back to Little. Left angle. Miller is at about the right angle, top of the key. So means he's about just 2 steps off center. Here's Ugboma, right corner. Ugboma into the paint. Nice step through. Floats it up off the rim. Short. Rebounded by Zion Young for Schaumburg.
This is a big basket here, either way for Schaumburg or Plainfield East. Schaumburg converts. They'll be back up at least 7.
Kobe Jordan almost went for a steal. He actually went under, which almost took McCoy out the air. But luckily, no one hit the floor. 4:09 to go in the game. Tancredi guarded by Miller. Pretty good game here.
Yeah.
March, cross court to Tunis. He drives on the closing out defender. Right hand layup off the glass. Couldn't get the roll as it rolled around the rim. Rebounded by Plainfield East.
That was the right play. Just unable to execute was Tunis.
Ugboma to Jordan. Right wing 3. Off the rim. March with a tap to himself, and he secures the board. Out. Yeah. Outlet pass to Javante McCoy. Once again, Plainfield East swiping at that ball.
Yeah. Thought that was heading to the bench.
McCoy with 3:30 to go. Stops at the free throw line. Trying to feed Young. Ball got poked in the air. Stolen by Jordan, who lobs an errant pass right back to Tunis for Schaumburg. He was looking for Miller, who was ahead of everyone. McCoy, left angle 3. Cash it in. Javante McCoy, his 8th point of the game. 8-point advantage for the Saxons. Timeout, Plainfield East. Jason Tucker ran off the bench, yelled, "Let's go!" right at his team as they took an 8-point lead.
And on the other end for Plainfield East, you could see the frustration on Kobe Jordan giving away that pass, on the breakout, and then trying to fight off that screen before Schaumburg was able to get that three-pointer is just a confluence of events. Very frustrated with the turn of events, but a big turnaround for Schaumburg. They're now up 8.
Coach Canwar Sakaria, he was not happy. He thought Kobe Jordan was fouled. As you mentioned,
Yeah.
Eric, he got knocked to the floor. You might have heard him yelling foul, but it never came. And then Kobe Jordan, I saw what he had. He had Deshaun Miller wide open ahead of the pack, just not enough air on it. He had the length, didn't have air, so it was easy for Tunis to knock it down and steal it.
Yeah, Tunis was able to hone in on that right away, and then Schaumburg back in action on offense. So just that's a swing of at least 5-6 points right there.
And what a start to day 4, Eric. I mean, that even the 9:30 game was quality for that first half. A lot of good energy in the Morton St. Charles East game.
Yep.
And now here in the 11 o'clock game, feels like we're playing in the middle of the day between these two teams, Schaumburg and Plainfield East.
So let's see if the Bengals have a run in them right now. They're trailing by 8. Their biggest deficit.
Morgan Park and Lane Tech up next as the consolation bracket continues, and it culminates with the consolation final in a couple of games from now with Stevenson taking on Lincoln Way Central. Miller over to Ugbomo. Ehi Ugbomo has played a strong game from Plainfield East, despite his point total only being at 1. Here's Kobe Jordan.
Is that right? Wow.
Jordan up to Ugbomo. I know, right? Only 1,
Yeah.
really. Here's a little. I was shocked when I read that. Jordan lays it up, and he's fouled by Zion Young. Yeah, Ugbomo to this point, 3 fouls, 1 point.
So even though Kobe Jordan has the 4 fouls, he continues to be a force out on the court, able to get that rebound on that missed attempt, fouled going up for the putback.
Kobe Jordan with 8 points in the game. Ball in the air. All net. That was silent.
Yes.
Pure free throw.
Like those.
43-36. 9 for Jordan, who also has 4 fouls, so he's going to be worth watching on the defensive end against Young. Eyes the basket. Ball in the air. Pure again. All net.
Like that.
It was so silent. It was definitely silent in here, and all you heard was a net splash. Young comes up with a loose ball. McCoy over to Tancredi. Tancredi trapped in the back. They've got 5 to get it over, and he gets it over to Tunis. Tunis had his pass deflected. Tancredi trying not to travel, also trying not to get fouled. And now here's Tunis. Aaron King almost tripped Tancredi up there. Plainfield East extended the defense. Pass from March deflected. Young can't get down for the loose ball. Jordan saves it and steals it for Plainfield East.
That was just a great defensive shift there for the Bengals.
And Ugbomo goes in and he's fouled. That's a good call by the official. Tancredi was trying to take the charge, but he started leaning at one point once he realized Ugbomo was too far out.
Yeah. No, you can see how active Plainfield East was on that defensive sequence there. It almost felt like at some point they were going to get that ball back, and they certainly did.
Ugbomo at the free throw line. No field goals in the game, but he's got 2 points.
Hey, getting some points with the clock stop. That helps the Bengals.
How does this kid have not have a single field goal in this game?
Right.
How does he not have a single field goal? He's got 3 in the game, all of them at the charity stripe.
Now they only trail by 4.
He's been the key player for this team the entire tournament, but unable to find the bottom of the net today. Ugbomo having, after 17 yesterday on 13 shots, he's got 3 with no field goals. McCoy to Young, who straddled the timeline, finds Tunis to the basket, left from the block, and a foul. 21-on-21 crime as Chofa fouls Tunis.
That was a great drive by Tunis there. They had a 2-on-1. He took it all the way, was fouled, get the and-one opportunity. That's a big turnaround for the Saxons.
What a quarter from Tunis. He had the huge 3 earlier to give Schaumburg some space, got him to 40 points in the quarter. That layup gets him to 45. And Tunis with 15, looking for Sweet 16, unable to get it. Ball out of bounds. That should go to East, and it will. Tunis clearly knocked that one off his own coach. And it'll go to Plainfield East with 2:06 to go in the game. 45-39, Schaumburg by 6. Miller to Ugbomo. Ugbomo just right of the free throw line. Miller left wing. Little left corner. Back to Miller. Miller to the right side to Ugbomo. Ugbomo was calling for it. He feeds Chofa, who feeds Jordan. Jordan, right block, blocked inside by Young, recovered by Young, whose pass out of traffic was deflected by Jordan, but he saved it to Tancredi. They missed Tunis, who had a free run down the court. but they get it to McCoy with 97 seconds and counting to go.
Schaumburg doing a great job defensively there.
That's just a bad foul by Plainfield East. Miller tried to take a stab at it, and he caught McCoy on the hip.
Yeah,
Now,
once he's past him like that, Chris, there's no point in doing that. That is unfortunate.
We did see a lot of that in that first game, though. A lot of reach-around steals, but first time we've seen anyone gamble for that one in this one. Aaron King, number 4, and Paris Houston, number 10, back in for Plainfield East. Defense, offense switches as Little and Jordan go to the bench. McCoy to March. And back to McCoy. McCoy about 33 feet away from the basket. McCoy over to March, who finds number 33, Tunis, left wing for Schaumburg, and he'll reset. Now he's double teamed. Yep, great help defense. Houston couldn't get the steal from Zion Young, and he traveled to Zion Young. He was trying to deliver a pass to McCoy in the right wing, but he shuffled his feet and turned it over.
Yeah, that aggressiveness of the Bengals defense there really causing problems for the Saxons. Getting it done here defensively, but they still have a 6-point deficit they're facing.
Plainfield East walking the dog. They roll it in. It's picked up at 3/4 of the court. Ogboma right corner. Over to Miller, top of the key. Back to Little, left wing. Here's Ogboma, right free throw line extended. He fell down, and that's a travel as Ogboma falls down with the ball in his hand.
One thing I was going to say is you're not seeing the Bengals being able to get anything out on that perimeter. The Saxons are right out there. They are not giving them any good looks.
6-point advantage for Schaumburg. I think at this point they're just saying don't give up any threes here.
Yeah.
And now Miller almost got a steal on the inbound from Tancredi to Tunis. He did have the ball in his hands, but he was out of bounds when he scooped it up. Minute 3 to go in the game. 45-39 Schaumburg. With a 6-point lead over Plainfield East. Coach Tucker said, I need a 30-second timeout. We can't even get the ball in.
Yeah, that's not a bad timeout here. You don't want to turn the ball over on an inbound violation. You have a 6-point lead, but we've seen enough basketball to know those can disappear in a hurry.
Yeah, especially with the way the three-pointer has been shot in today's basketball world.
Yeah.
You do not want to give the ball to Plainfield East, and all of a sudden, Ehigh Ogboma catches fire in this game.
No, you do not want that. Even though he hasn't really hit a field goal, there's all it takes is one and then another, right?
This is the second game of the day. We'll be here for all 8, wrapping up the tournament. Up next, the consolation bracket continues with the Lane Tech champions taking on the Morgan Park Mustangs. Morgan Park losing by 30 yesterday. Lane Tech, their second 4-point loss of the tournament to Lincoln Way Central. And then in the consolation final, Lincoln Way Central will take on Stevenson. I'm interested in seeing Jack Dabbs of Stevenson. They've been playing pretty well as of late.
Yeah, the games are just going to get more and more interesting as we go along here. And this has been a fun one.
Tancredi, the inbound of the backcourt to Tunis. Ball knocked away. Aaron King thought maybe he knocked it off Tunis's hand, but instead it's all King. Tancredi, the inbound again. Tancredi bounces it into Zion Young, who hooks a pass dangerously over everyone, but Tunis ran it down and got away with a travel. Maybe he didn't get away with it. Turns it over.
Did not.
And Coach Tucker's looking at Jordan Tunis saying, just lay it up. We're up 6. If you lay it up, we go up 8. Get the breathing room. Instead, it's a turnover. It's a turnover, and Plainfield East will get possession.
Or at worst, just drive it out.
Right, just run right, pull it out and run some clock.
Yeah.
Coach Tucker immediately ran right to Tunis, said, just lay it up or pull it out.
Yeah.
And now, as a result, Plainfield East, we just talked about it, Eric. They get at least 2 chances here.
They do.
So they'll have a chance to go 2 for 1, so to speak, to conclude this game. What do you think they're going to draw up here?
Well, they got to get something. I mean, you could go in the paint, but realistically, you got to get something behind the arc here. The problem is the Saxons have been defending that well. They know that that's what they're looking to do, and it's been difficult for the Bengals to get an open look here in the second half.
And also for the Bengals, haven't really seen them play for the 3 much in this second half.
Yeah.
This is a team who's really worked it down low. They've gone almost into Schaumburg's strength, which is their size.
Right.
We've seen a lot of Kobe Jordan, Zion Young today.
Yeah, that's been the case, but that's not going to be able to get it done here. I mean, then you're talking you have to do 3 possessions and have 2 stops. That's a tall order, and you only have like 52 seconds remaining.
Inside a minute, 57 and 3/10.
Yeah.
57 and 3/10 of a second, but luckily for Plainfield East, there is a chance to play 2 for 1. However, there is no room for error. You absolutely have to score on both rips.
And you have to get a good look. And again, Schaumburg knows that. They're going to be defending for it. And that was part of the conversation in Tucker's timeout for the Saxons.
I saw Coach Tucker looking at the scores table. He's trying to figure out how many timeouts he had left just in case.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Here's Little into Ogbomo. He's going to walk the dog. He picks it up about a foot from the timeline. Now he crosses it as the clock resumes. Ogbomo over to Miller. Right wing three. That's a good shot off the rim. Rebounded by Tancredi. He did a great job to elude the defender. Just left it short. Tancredi out to McCoy. McCoy loses the ball, picks it up in traffic, and a travel because he can't shuffle his pivot after he picked it up. He lost the ball, so that'll turn it over to Plainfield East.
I initially thought they were giving a foul to Plainfield for the hit in the face, but that wasn't. Yeah.
And now a technical foul.
Uh-oh.
Is it Sean who's getting the tee here? I didn't see him point at anyone. And a technical foul on two players from Plainfield East.
What?
Technical foul.
No.
So,
Schaumburg.
okay, there we go. So Javante McCoy with the tee. Because, so a double technical foul on Javante McCoy and Ehai Ogbomo.
So, wow.
So a double technical. Must have been a lot of chirping there. Plus, McCoy thought he was fouled. And I think it was Ogbomo who was the guilty party there. So 40 7/10 of a second. Plainfield East can try again here. Ogbomo, turnaround jumper in traffic, got it to go. His first field goal of the game. He's got 5.
So cuts it to 4. Again, just thought drive, get the basket. You need points anyways, but it's still, you need at least a couple possessions here to tie or take the lead. And you need 2 more stops.
33 7/10 of a second to go in the game. Wow. Schaumburg 45. The Plainfield East Bengals 41. The Schaumburg Saxons looking to get their second win of this Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic. Schaumburg losing at the hands of Hinsdale Central 66-44 day 1. Losing Lincoln Way Central 51-45 day 2. But beating Morton by 14 yesterday. And meanwhile, Plainfield East throughout the tournament lost to unbeaten Brother Rice at the time, 60-49. Lost to Stevenson 69-62 on Thursday, and then winning 67-57 over St. Charles East, who got their lone win of the tournament in game 1 today against Morton.
Those are 2 tough teams that Plainfield East lost to in the first 2 games of the tournament, so nothing to hang your heads out about that.
Right, you lost to unbeaten Brother Rice, and even though they're in transition at Stevenson, they're perennial power in this tournament.
They are.
Some would say they're perennial power even in the state, regardless of Coach Ambrose no longer being there.
Yeah, it's a program that just continues to produce.
Ball comes into Tunis. He gets up the court, down to the right block, lays it up with the right hand, got it to roll in. Might be the dagger with 23 seconds. Here's Ogbomo into the front court for Plainfield East. Chofa left wing 3, off the rim. Tapped by McCoy, out of bounds. It'll stay with Plainfield East. Good call. McCoy knocked it around King. It didn't touch him.
Yeah, he would have been better off not going for the ball just in case.
I understand why he ran it down, because if you get it, you got to look, let it fly.
Yeah, but that ball was heading out of bounds. There's no way he was going to be able to recover.
47-41, Schaumburg by 6, 15 and a half seconds exactly to go in this game. Jordan to Little. Ogbomo, right wing 3, good look again, unable to pay it off. March runs it down. And it looks like Plainfield East is going to call it off, or maybe not after this one. It'll be after this foul. They'll call it off.
Yeah.
Tancredi's fouled by Little. And Michael Tancredi will head to the line here with 7 8/10 of a second. Looking to ice this one for the Saxons. Champions and Mustangs, Lane Tech, Morgan Park coming up next. Tancredi, one dribble. Ball in the air. Right rim, left rim, and off. Rebounded by the official, obviously. Because he's got one more.
He's in the scorebook.
Right. He's got an assist and a rebound as that official. Wiping up that floor earlier. Oh, a rebound by Jordan. He passed it back to Tancredi for Schaumburg and the Saxons with a 47-41 win and a hard-fought second game of the day here on the final day of the Hinsdale Central Holiday Classic.
That really was. That felt more like a late afternoon game here in the tournament, but it was a good battle by a couple teams who, didn't want to give anything up on either side. They want to come out with a second victory. Schaumburg is able to pull that off. They survived. They weathered the storm from Plainfield East, and then they were able to come away with the 6-point victory, 47-41. Tunis, what an impactful player he was, especially on that game-breaking drive.
And what a three he had earlier in the fourth quarter, which gave Schaumburg just enough breathing room. It put him up 5 at the time, and then the layup to ice it. His three made it 40-35. His layup iced it at 47-41. And we will wrap it up here for Schaumburg and Plainfield East as we take a break and get ready for Lane Tech Morgan Park. Whole lot of green on this red floor here at the Hinsdale Bank Gym as we get ready for that one. Up next here on SportsTownChicago.com. Tune in for that one after this.